Welcome to Living Your Truth, Embracing Authenticity Through Ancient Wisdom. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of living authentically and how ancient wisdom can guide us in this journey. Living authentically means being true to yourself, honoring your values, beliefs, and desires. It means living in alignment with your true essence without trying to conform to societal norms or expectations. When we live authentically, we experience a deep sense of inner peace, fulfillment, and joy. In today's fast-paced and often superficial world, it can be easy to lose touch with our authentic selves. We might find ourselves constantly seeking external validation, comparing ourselves to others, or trying to fit into a mold that is not true to who we really are. This only leads to a sense of disconnection and emptiness. But ancient wisdom teaches us that true fulfillment lies in embracing our authentic selves. Throughout history, sages, wise men, and spiritual teachers have emphasized the importance of self-discovery and self-expression. They have shown us that living authentically is not only possible but essential for our spiritual and emotional well-being. One of the key principles of ancient wisdom is the idea of know thyself. This timeless teaching encourages us to look within, to explore our innermost thoughts, feelings, and desires. By understanding ourselves at a deep level, we can uncover our true nature and live in alignment with it. Ancient wisdom also teaches us the importance of inner harmony. When we are in tune with our authentic selves, we experience a sense of inner peace and balance. We are able to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience, knowing that we are grounded in our true essence. Another important concept in ancient wisdom is the idea of interconnectedness. This teaching reminds us that we are all part of a larger whole, connected to each other and to the universe. When we live authentically, we honor this interconnectedness and contribute positively to the world around us. Throughout this book, we will explore various ancient wisdom teachings and practices that can help us live authentically. We will delve into the wisdom of different cultures and traditions, including yoga, mindfulness, meditation, and more. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we can cultivate self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-love. Living authentically is a journey, not a destination. It requires courage, vulnerability, and dedication. But by embracing ancient wisdom and tapping into our inner strength, we can uncover our true selves and live a life of purpose, passion, and authenticity. As we embark on this journey together, let us remember that living authentically is not always easy. We may face resistance from others, doubt ourselves, or struggle with old patterns and beliefs. But with each step we take towards our authentic selves, we bring more light and love into our lives and the world around us. So let us embrace the wisdom of the ages, listen to the whispers of our souls, and live our truth with courage and grace. Together, we can create a world where authenticity is celebrated and individuality is honored. Welcome to Living Your Truth, Embracing Authenticity Through Ancient Wisdom. As we embark on this journey of self-discovery and growth, it is essential to first understand the concept of authenticity and its significance in our lives. Authenticity is about being true to ourselves, living in alignment with our values, beliefs, and purpose. It is about embracing our unique selves with all our strengths and weaknesses without fear or shame. In today's world, it can be easy to lose sight of our true selves. We are bombarded with societal expectations, cultural norms, and pressure to conform to certain standards. We may find ourselves wearing masks, pretending to be someone we are not in order to fit in or please others. However, living inauthentically can lead to feelings of emptiness, dissatisfaction, and disconnection from our true selves. When we embrace authenticity, we are able to live a life that is true to who we are. We are able to cultivate healthy relationships, make decisions that align with our values, and pursue our passions and dreams with confidence and clarity. Authenticity allows us to live with integrity, purpose, and meaning. One way to cultivate authenticity is to practice self-awareness. This involves taking the time to reflect on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors and to understand the underlying motives and beliefs that drive them. By increasing our self-awareness, we are able to identify areas where we may be living inauthentically and to make conscious choices that align with our true selves. Another important aspect of authenticity is self-acceptance. It is crucial to accept ourselves unconditionally with all our imperfections and quirks. When we accept ourselves, we are able to let go of the need for approval or validation from others and to embrace our uniqueness with love and compassion. Living authentically also involves setting boundaries and honoring our needs and desires. It is important to assert ourselves, to say no when necessary, and to prioritize self-care and self-love. When we honor ourselves in this way, we are able to live in alignment with our values and to create a life that is fulfilling and empowering. Ancient wisdom traditions have long emphasized the importance of authenticity in living a meaningful and fulfilling life. The teachings of spiritual leaders, sages, and philosophers from various cultures and traditions all point to the value of living in alignment with our true selves. By embracing authenticity, we are able to tap into our inner wisdom and intuition and to connect with a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. In the pages that follow, we will explore various ancient wisdom practices and teachings that can help us cultivate authenticity in our lives. We will delve into mindfulness meditation, yoga, journaling, and other practices that can help us deepen our self-awareness and cultivate authenticity. We will also learn how to overcome fears and limiting beliefs that may be holding us back from living authentically. As we continue on this journey of self-discovery and growth, let us remember the importance of authenticity in living a life that is true to who we are. By embracing our uniqueness, honoring our true selves, and living with integrity and purpose, we can create a life that is rich, meaningful, and fulfilling. It is time to awaken to our true selves and embrace the authenticity that lies within us. Let us embark on this journey together with open hearts and minds, ready to embrace our authentic selves and live our truth. Chapter 2. As we delve deeper into the journey of living our truth and embracing authenticity, it is important to explore the roots of ancient wisdom and how it can help us in being true to ourselves. Throughout history, various cultures and civilizations have passed down teachings and practices that have stood the test of time, guiding individuals on their path towards self-discovery and personal growth. One of the earliest sources of ancient wisdom can be found in the teachings of the ancient Indian scriptures known as the Vedas. These sacred texts, believed to be over 5,000 years old, offer profound insights into the nature of existence, the interconnectedness of all things, and the importance of living in harmony with oneself and the world around us. The Vedas speak of the concept of dharma, or one's duty and purpose in life. By aligning our thoughts, words, and actions with our dharma, we can access a sense of inner peace and fulfillment that goes beyond our ego-driven desires and fears. This alignment with our true purpose allows us to live authentically and with integrity, unencumbered by the expectations and judgments of others. Another source of ancient wisdom can be found in the teachings of the Tao Te Ching, an ancient Chinese text attributed to the sage Lao Tzu. The Tao Te Ching offers insights into the nature of the universe, the balance of yin and yang, and the importance of living in flow with the natural rhythms of life. One of the key teachings of the Tao Te Ching is the concept of wu wei, or effortless action. By letting go of our attachment to outcomes and surrendering to the flow of life, we can access a state of effortless being that allows us to move through life with grace and ease. In this state of wu wei, we are able to express our true selves without the need for external validation or validation. The ancient Greeks also left behind a legacy of wisdom that can help us in our journey towards authenticity. The philosopher Socrates, known for his emphasis on self-examination and questioning, famously stated that an unexamined life is not worth living. By turning inward and asking ourselves meaningful questions about who we are and what we stand for, we can uncover our true values and beliefs, allowing us to live in alignment with our authentic selves. The teachings of the Stoics, another school of ancient Greek philosophy, also offer valuable insights into how we can live with authenticity and integrity. The Stoics believed in the importance of living in accordance with nature, accepting what is beyond our control, and cultivating inner resilience in the face of adversity. One of the key Stoic practices is the contemplation of our own mortality, known as memento mori. By reflecting on the impermanence of life and the inevitability of death, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the present moment and live with a sense of urgency and purpose. This practice reminds us of the fleeting nature of life and encourages us to make the most of each day, living in alignment with our true values and priorities. In addition to these ancient sources of wisdom, indigenous cultures around the world have also preserved teachings and practices that can help us in our quest for authenticity. From the teachings of Aboriginal elders in Australia to the wisdom of Native American tribes in North America, indigenous traditions offer a deep connection to the land, the elements, and the spirits of the earth. One of the key teachings of indigenous wisdom is the importance of living in right relationship with all beings, human and non-human alike. By honoring the interconnectedness of all things and recognizing our place within the web of life, we can cultivate a sense of humility, gratitude, and respect for the world around us. This awareness allows us to live in harmony with nature and with ourselves, embracing our unique gifts and talents in service to the greater good. As we reflect on the roots of ancient wisdom and the timeless teachings that have been passed down through generations, we can draw inspiration and guidance for our own journey towards authenticity. By integrating these teachings into our daily lives and practices, we can cultivate a sense of inner wisdom and clarity that guides us on our path towards self-discovery and personal growth. In the next chapter, we will explore practical tools and techniques for embodying our truth and living with authenticity in our modern world. By synthesizing the wisdom of the past with the insights of the present, we can create a roadmap for living a life of purpose, passion, and fulfillment, rooted in ancient wisdom and guided by our inner truth. As we delve deeper into the teachings of Eastern philosophies such as Buddhism and Taoism, we begin to uncover the profound wisdom that these ancient traditions have to offer. Both philosophies emphasize the importance of living in alignment with our true nature and embracing authenticity in all aspects of our lives. In Buddhism, the concept of right living is central to the path of enlightenment. This means living in accordance with the Eightfold Path, which includes right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. By following these principles, we can cultivate a life of ethical conduct, mindfulness, and meditation, leading us towards a deeper understanding of our true selves. Taoism, on the other hand, teaches us to align with the natural flow of the universe and to embrace the concept of wu-wei or effortless action. By letting go of our attachments and expectations, we can surrender to the wisdom of the Tao and allow life to unfold naturally. Through practices such as Qigong, Tai Chi, and meditation, we can cultivate inner harmony and balance, connecting us to our true essence. Both Buddhism and Taoism offer valuable insights into the nature of reality and the human experience. They teach us that by letting go of our ego and embracing impermanence, we can find peace and contentment in the present moment. By cultivating compassion, wisdom, and humility, we can live authentically and in harmony with ourselves and others. One of the key teachings of Buddhism is the practice of mindfulness. By being fully present in each moment, we can cultivate awareness and presence, leading to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our surroundings. Through mindfulness meditation, we can learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing us to let go of our attachments and fears. In Taoism, the concept of yin and yang teaches us to embrace the duality of life and to find balance in all things. Just as there is light and darkness, joy and sadness, there is a constant ebb and flow of energy in the universe. By accepting this duality and finding harmony within ourselves, we can live in alignment with the natural order of the Tao. Both Buddhism and Taoism emphasize the importance of self-discovery and self-realization. By turning inward and exploring our inner landscape, we can uncover the limiting beliefs and conditioning that block us from living authentically. Through practices such as journaling, self-reflection, and introspection, we can gain insight into our true nature and begin to align with our highest potential. As we continue on our journey of self-discovery and personal growth, it is essential to integrate the teachings of Buddhism and Taoism into our daily lives. By incorporating mindfulness practices, meditation, and self-care rituals into our routine, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and authenticity. By aligning with our true nature and living in harmony with the universe, we can find fulfillment and purpose in each moment. In conclusion, the teachings of Buddhism and Taoism offer profound wisdom and insights into the nature of authenticity and self-realization. By embracing these ancient philosophies and incorporating their practices into our lives, we can cultivate a deeper connection to ourselves, others, and the world around us. With compassion, mindfulness, and humility, we can live authentically and in alignment with our true essence, embodying the wisdom of the East and embracing our truth. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life. We are constantly bombarded with images and messages telling us who we should be, how we should act, and what we should desire. It is all too easy to lose sight of our true selves in the chaos of modern society. But there is a way to reconnect with our authentic selves and live a more fulfilling, meaningful life. By embracing the ancient wisdom of mindfulness and meditation, we can unlock our true potential and live in alignment with our deepest truths. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment without judgment or attachment. It is about paying attention to our thoughts, emotions, and sensations without reacting to them. By cultivating mindfulness, we can become more aware of our inner world and gain insight into the root causes of our suffering. Through mindfulness, we can learn to respond to life's challenges with grace and wisdom rather than reacting impulsively out of fear or negativity. Meditation is another powerful tool for connecting with our authentic selves. By setting aside time each day to sit in stillness and quiet the mind, we can tap into our inner wisdom and intuition. Through meditation, we can access a sense of peace and clarity that is not dependent on external circumstances. We can cultivate a sense of inner strength and resilience that allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and equanimity. Combining mindfulness and meditation can be a transformative practice for anyone seeking to live authentically. By bringing awareness to our thoughts and emotions through mindfulness, we can gain insight into our true desires and values. By quieting the mind through meditation, we can connect with our intuition and inner guidance. Together, these practices can help us align our actions with our deepest truths and live with greater authenticity and integrity. One of the key principles of living authentically is being true to ourselves in all areas of our lives. This means honoring our values and beliefs even when it is challenging or unpopular. It means speaking our truth even when it is uncomfortable or difficult. It means living in alignment with our deepest desires and passions even when the world tells us we should be someone else. When we live authentically, we are more connected to ourselves, to others, and to the world around us. We are more resilient in the face of adversity, more compassionate towards ourselves and others, and more fulfilled in our daily lives. Mindfulness and meditation can help us cultivate the awareness and inner strength needed to live authentically. By bringing our attention to the present moment with mindfulness, we can become more attuned to our inner experience and gain insight into our true selves. By quieting the mind through meditation, we can access a sense of peace and clarity that allows us to see beyond the surface level of our thoughts and emotions. With practice, we can learn to trust our inner guidance and intuition and live in alignment with our deepest truths. Living authentically is not always easy. It requires a willingness to face our fears, to be vulnerable, and to step outside of our comfort zones. It means letting go of old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve us and embracing the unknown with an open heart and mind. But the rewards of living authentically are immeasurable. When we live in alignment with our true selves, we experience a sense of freedom, joy, and fulfillment that cannot be found in external achievements or possessions. We feel more connected to ourselves, to others, and to the world around us. We experience a sense of deep inner peace and contentment that is not dependent on external circumstances. As we continue on our journey towards living authentically, it is important to remember that it is not a destination but a process. It is a lifelong practice of self-discovery, growth, and transformation. There will be ups and downs, successes and setbacks, joys and sorrows along the way. But with mindfulness and meditation as our guide, we can navigate the twists and turns of life with grace and wisdom. We can learn to trust ourselves, to follow our hearts, and to embrace the fullness of who we truly are. In conclusion, embracing authenticity through the principles of mindfulness and meditation is a powerful path to self-discovery and personal growth. By cultivating awareness, inner strength, and inner peace, we can align our actions with our deepest truths and live more fulfilling, meaningful lives. It is a journey of self-discovery, courage, and transformation that requires dedication, patience, and perseverance. But the rewards of living authentically are well worth the effort. When we embrace our true selves, we unlock the door to a life of freedom, joy, and fulfillment. And in doing so, we inspire others to do the same. Let us embark on this journey together with open hearts and open minds and discover the richness and beauty of living authentically. As we continue on our journey of self-discovery and embracing authenticity, we come to Chapter 5, Finding Our True Self Through Practices like Yoga and Qigong. Throughout the ages, ancient wisdom has shown us the power of connecting with our inner selves through practices that unite mind, body, and spirit. Yoga and Qigong are two such practices that have been passed down through generations as tools for self-improvement and self-realization. Yoga, a centuries-old practice originating in India, focuses on physical postures, breath control, and meditation to improve overall health and well-being. It is not just a physical exercise, but a way of life that connects the individual to the greater universe. Through the practice of yoga, we can release tension, increase flexibility, and cultivate a sense of peace and harmony within ourselves. Qigong, on the other hand, is an ancient Chinese practice that focuses on moving meditations and breathing exercises to cultivate the body's vital energy, or qi. By practicing Qigong, we can increase our energy levels, improve our physical health, and balance our emotions. It is a powerful practice that can help us connect with our true selves and tap into our inner strength and wisdom. Both yoga and Qigong can serve as powerful tools on our journey towards authenticity. By practicing these ancient disciplines, we can cultivate a deeper sense of self-awareness, connect with our innermost desires and dreams, and align our actions with our true purpose. Through the physical postures of yoga, we can release physical tension and open up energetic blockages in our bodies. As we move through the poses with mindfulness and intention, we can connect with our bodies on a deeper level, gaining insight into our physical limitations and strengths. By breathing deeply and consciously, we can calm our minds and connect with our inner selves, allowing us to tap into our intuition and inner wisdom. Similarly, through the moving meditations of Qigong, we can cultivate our vital energy and connect with the natural rhythms of the universe. By moving in harmony with our breath and focusing our intentions on healing and balance, we can connect with the energy flow within and around us. Through the practice of Qigong, we can align our bodies, minds, and spirits, creating a sense of harmony and unity within ourselves. As we practice yoga and Qigong, we may encounter challenges and obstacles that test our resolve and commitment. It is important to approach these challenges with patience and compassion, remembering that growth and transformation take time. By embracing the process and allowing ourselves to be present in the moment, we can truly connect with our true selves and embrace our authenticity. Incorporating yoga and Qigong into our daily lives can have profound effects on our well-being and sense of self. By making time for these practices, even if only for a few minutes each day, we can create a sacred space for self-reflection, introspection, and connection. Through the practice of yoga and Qigong, we can find our true selves and live authentically in alignment with our deepest values and desires. As we continue on our journey towards authenticity, let us remember the wisdom of the ancient practices of yoga and Qigong. By connecting with our inner selves through these powerful disciplines, we can cultivate a deeper sense of self-awareness, inner peace, and authenticity. Let us embrace these practices with an open heart and mind and allow them to guide us on our path towards living our truth. As we journey deeper into the path of living our truth, we come to a crucial point of self-awareness and self-acceptance. Cultivating these qualities is essential for embracing authenticity and aligning ourselves with our true essence. In this chapter, we will delve into the practices of introspection and reflection, which serve as powerful tools for deepening our connection to ourselves and uncovering our unique gifts and strengths. Self-awareness is the foundation of living authentically. It involves the ability to observe our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without judgment or attachment. By developing a keen awareness of our inner landscape, we gain insight into our beliefs, values, and conditioning that shape our perception of the world. Through introspection, we can uncover the layers of conditioning and societal expectations that have veiled our true nature, allowing us to peel back these layers and reveal our authentic self. To cultivate self-awareness, we must cultivate a practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness involves bringing our attention to the present moment with openness, curiosity, and non-judgment. By paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without reacting impulsively, we can cultivate a deep sense of self-awareness and understanding. Through mindfulness, we can observe the patterns and tendencies that govern our thoughts and behaviors, allowing us to make conscious choices that are aligned with our true self. Self-acceptance is the next step in the journey towards authenticity. It involves embracing all aspects of ourselves, including our strengths, weaknesses, flaws, and imperfections. Through self-acceptance, we learn to love and appreciate ourselves unconditionally without seeking approval or validation from others. By acknowledging and accepting our shadow side, we can integrate and transform our wounds and insecurities into sources of strength and resilience. Reflection is a powerful practice for cultivating self-acceptance. Through reflection, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves by examining our past experiences, relationships, and challenges. By reflecting on our thoughts, emotions, and actions, we can uncover the patterns and beliefs that have shaped our sense of self. Through reflection, we can identify the limiting beliefs and internalized judgments that have prevented us from fully accepting ourselves, allowing us to release them with compassion and forgiveness. To integrate introspection and reflection into our daily lives, we can cultivate a regular practice of journaling, meditation, or contemplation. Journaling allows us to explore our thoughts and feelings on paper, providing us with a tangible record of our inner journey. Meditation invites us to sit in silence and observe our thoughts without getting caught up in them, creating space for self-awareness and self-acceptance to emerge. Contemplation involves pondering on life's big questions and exploring our inner world with curiosity and wonder, opening the door to deep insights and revelations. As we engage in practices of introspection and reflection, we may encounter resistance, fear, and discomfort as we confront aspects of ourselves that we have hidden or denied. It is important to approach this process with gentleness, compassion, and self-care, knowing that true transformation requires us to embrace both the light and the shadow within us. By facing our fears and insecurities with courage and vulnerability, we can liberate ourselves from the masks and personas that we have constructed to fit in and please others, allowing our true self to shine brightly. In conclusion, cultivating self-awareness and self-acceptance through introspection and reflection is essential for living our truth and embracing authenticity. By developing a practice of mindfulness, journaling, meditation, or contemplation, we can deepen our connection to ourselves and uncover the depths of our being. Through self-awareness, we gain insight into our beliefs and conditioning, allowing us to make conscious choices that are aligned with our true essence. Through self-acceptance, we learn to love and embrace ourselves unconditionally, freeing ourselves from the need for external validation and approval. Embrace the journey of self-discovery with courage and curiosity, knowing that the path towards authenticity is paved with self-awareness and self-acceptance. As we continue on our journey of self-discovery and authenticity, we come to a crucial aspect of living our truth: vulnerability. In our society, vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, something to be avoided at all costs. But in reality, vulnerability is a source of immense power and strength. It is through vulnerability that we are able to truly connect with others and with ourselves. It is through vulnerability that we are able to break down the walls we have built up around ourselves and truly be authentic. In today's world, we are bombarded with messages telling us that we need to be strong, that we need to have it all together, that we need to be perfect. But the truth is, none of us are perfect. We all have our flaws, our insecurities, our struggles. And it is in embracing these aspects of ourselves that we are able to truly live authentically. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We allow ourselves to be seen, truly seen, by others. We allow ourselves to connect on a deeper level with those around us. And most importantly, we allow ourselves to connect with our true selves. It can be terrifying to open ourselves up in such a way. It can be scary to let down our guard, to show our true selves to the world. But it is only through vulnerability that we are able to truly live. It is only through vulnerability that we are able to experience true joy, true love, true connection. One of the greatest teachers of vulnerability is the ancient wisdom of the Tao Te Ching. In the Tao Te Ching, vulnerability is seen as a strength, not a weakness. It is through vulnerability that we are able to be truly powerful. As Lao Tzu writes, "In the world, there is nothing more submissive and weak than water. Yet for attacking that which is hard and strong, nothing can surpass it." It is through vulnerability, through softness, that we are able to overcome even the strongest of obstacles. So how do we embrace vulnerability in our own lives? How do we open ourselves up to the power that comes from being truly authentic? The first step is to let go of the fear of being vulnerable. We must recognize that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. It is through vulnerability that we are able to truly connect with others and with ourselves. The next step is to practice vulnerability in our daily lives. This may mean opening up to a friend about our fears and insecurities, or sharing our true selves with our partners. It may mean taking risks and putting ourselves out there in ways that we never have before. Whatever form it takes, embracing vulnerability is a practice that can lead to immense growth and transformation. In embracing vulnerability, we must also learn to let go of the need for perfection. We must accept ourselves as we are, flaws and all. We must recognize that it is through our imperfections that we are able to truly shine. As Brené Brown writes, owning our story can be hard, but not nearly as difficult as spending our lives running from it. Ultimately, vulnerability is a choice. It is a choice to be seen, truly seen, by the world. It is a choice to be authentic, to be true to ourselves. And it is a choice that can lead to a life of immense joy, connection, and fulfillment. So I invite you to embrace vulnerability in your own life. Open yourself up to the power that comes from being truly authentic. And watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. In order to truly embrace our unique identity, we must first let go of the societal expectations that have been ingrained in us from a young age. These expectations are often based on outdated norms and beliefs that no longer serve us in our journey towards self-discovery and authenticity. Society tells us how we should look, act, and think in order to fit in and be accepted. It tries to mold us into a certain type of person, often at the expense of our true selves. But in order to live our truth and embrace authenticity, we must break free from these constraints and embrace the person we were meant to be. One way to let go of societal expectations is to connect with our inner truth and listen to the wisdom of our soul. By quieting the noise of the external world and focusing on our inner guidance, we can begin to uncover our true desires and passions. This may require some introspection and self-reflection, but it is a necessary step in the journey towards authenticity. Another key aspect of letting go of societal expectations is to practice self-love and acceptance. It can be easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others and feeling inadequate, but true self-love means accepting ourselves exactly as we are, flaws and all. By embracing our uniqueness and celebrating our individuality, we can begin to let go of the need for external validation and approval. It is also important to surround ourselves with positive influences and people who support us on our journey towards authenticity. This may mean letting go of toxic relationships or environments that no longer serve our highest good. By creating a supportive and nurturing environment for ourselves, we can cultivate the courage and strength to be true to who we are. In addition to letting go of societal expectations, it is important to align ourselves with our values and beliefs. Living in alignment with our truth means living with integrity and honoring our core principles. This may require us to make choices that go against the grain of societal norms, but it is essential to living a life that is true to ourselves. One powerful way to let go of societal expectations is to practice mindfulness and presence in our daily lives. By being fully present in each moment and focusing on the beauty and wonder of life, we can let go of the need to conform to external standards and expectations. This practice can help us to connect with our inner wisdom and intuition, guiding us towards a life that is authentic and true to ourselves. As we let go of societal expectations and embrace our unique identity, we may encounter resistance and challenges along the way. It is important to stay true to ourselves and trust in the guidance of our inner wisdom. By honoring our truth and living authentically, we can create a life that is aligned with our deepest desires and passions. In conclusion, letting go of societal expectations is a crucial step in the journey towards authenticity and self-discovery. By connecting with our inner truth, practicing self-love and acceptance, surrounding ourselves with positive influences, aligning with our values, and practicing mindfulness, we can begin to live a life that is true to who we are. Embracing our unique identity is a powerful act of courage and self-expression, and it is the key to living a life that is truly fulfilling and meaningful. Let go of what no longer serves you and embrace the person you were always meant to be. Chapter 9. Fear and self-doubt are two of the biggest barriers to living authentically and embracing your truth. These negative emotions can hold us back from pursuing our passions, speaking our truth, and being our true selves. But with the help of ancient wisdom, we can overcome these obstacles and step into our power with confidence and clarity. Fear is a natural response to the unknown. It can keep us safe in dangerous situations, but it can also prevent us from taking risks and fulfilling our potential. When fear takes hold, it can paralyze us, making us doubt our abilities and worth. We may question our decisions, second-guess ourselves, and play small in order to avoid failure or rejection. But fear is not an absolute truth. It is a perception, a projection of what might happen based on past experiences or future uncertainties. To overcome fear, we must first acknowledge it and then challenge it. We must ask ourselves, is this fear rooted in reality, or is it a product of my own insecurities and limiting beliefs? One powerful ancient practice for overcoming fear is mindfulness. By staying present in the moment, we can observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. We can see fear for what it truly is, a passing sensation that does not define us. Through mindfulness, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and calm that empowers us to face our fears with courage and compassion. Another ancient tool for overcoming fear is gratitude. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we shift our perspective from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude reminds us of the blessings in our lives and helps us appreciate the beauty and wonder that surrounds us. By practicing gratitude daily, we can cultivate a positive mindset that strengthens our resolve and diminishes our fears. Self-doubt is another common obstacle to living authentically. When we doubt ourselves, we undermine our abilities and worth. We may compare ourselves to others, seek validation from external sources, and question our decisions at every turn. Self-doubt can be insidious, eroding our confidence and preventing us from living our truth. To overcome self-doubt, we must first recognize the negative self-talk that fuels it. We must challenge the validity of these thoughts and replace them with affirmations of self-love and worthiness. We must remind ourselves that we are worthy of love, success, and happiness regardless of our past mistakes or present shortcomings. One ancient practice for overcoming self-doubt is self-compassion. By treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, we can cultivate a sense of self-love that transcends our fears and insecurities. We can forgive ourselves for our perceived failures, embrace our imperfections, and celebrate our unique gifts and talents. Through self-compassion, we can heal our wounds and emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before. Another ancient tool for overcoming self-doubt is visualization. By imagining ourselves as confident, capable, and successful, we can reprogram our subconscious mind to believe in our potential and worth. We can create a mental image of our desired outcome and embody the feelings of empowerment and fulfillment that come with it. Through visualization, we can manifest our dreams and overcome our self-doubt with clarity and purpose. In the journey to living authentically, fear and self-doubt will inevitably arise. But with the wisdom of the ages as our guide, we can transcend these obstacles and embrace our truth with grace and courage. We can reclaim our power, honor our uniqueness, and shine our light brightly in the world. As we step into our authenticity, we inspire others to do the same and create a ripple effect of love and light that transcends time and space. Embrace your truth, dear one, and watch as your life transforms in miraculous ways. As we continue on the journey of embracing our authenticity and living our truth, it is essential that we explore the practices of self-love and self-care. These two components are not only crucial for our own well-being, but they are also essential for aligning ourselves with our true selves and allowing our inner light to shine brightly. Self-love is the foundation upon which we build a life that is true to who we are. It is the practice of accepting and embracing ourselves exactly as we are, flaws and all. When we love ourselves unconditionally, we create a sense of inner peace and wholeness that radiates outwards into every aspect of our lives. Self-love is not about being selfish or narcissistic, but rather about acknowledging our inherent worth and treating ourselves with the same kindness and compassion that we would offer to a beloved friend. Practicing self-love involves challenging the negative self-talk and limiting beliefs that may have held us back in the past. It requires us to let go of perfectionism and embrace our authentic selves, imperfections and all. By cultivating a mindset of self-love, we are able to tap into our inner strength and resilience, knowing that we are worthy of all the love and abundance that the universe has to offer. One of the most powerful ways to practice self-love is through self-care. Self-care is the act of nourishing and nurturing ourselves on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level. It is about taking the time to prioritize our own well-being and to honor our needs and desires. Self-care is not indulgent or frivolous, but rather a vital practice that allows us to recharge and replenish our energy so that we can show up fully in our lives. There are many different ways to practice self-care, and it is important to find what works best for you. Some people may find solace in taking long baths or going for a walk in nature, while others may prefer to meditate or journal. The key is to listen to your inner wisdom and to prioritize activities that bring you joy and peace. Incorporating self-care into your daily routine can have profound effects on your overall well-being. When we take the time to care for ourselves, we are better able to handle the challenges and stresses of life with grace and ease. Our relationships improve, our creativity flourishes, and our sense of purpose deepens. Self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity if we are to live authentically and in alignment with our true selves. As we practice self-love and self-care, we begin to uncover the layers of conditioning and programming that have kept us from living our truth. We learn to release the fear and self-doubt that have held us back, and we step into our power with confidence and clarity. By honoring ourselves in this way, we invite in the abundance and joy that is our birthright, knowing that we are worthy of all the blessings that the universe has in store for us. So I invite you to take a moment now to reflect on how you can incorporate more self-love and self-care into your daily life. What practices bring you joy and nourish your soul? How can you show yourself the same kindness and compassion that you offer to others? Remember, you are worthy of all the love and abundance that the universe has to offer. Embrace yourself fully and live your truth with confidence and grace. As we journey through life, faced with countless decisions both big and small, it is imperative that we learn to tune into our intuition and inner wisdom. Our intuition is a powerful guide, a connection to the divine wisdom that lies within each and every one of us. When we learn to honor and trust our intuition, we can make decisions with confidence and clarity, moving in alignment with our true selves. Our intuition is like a compass, always pointing us in the right direction. It speaks to us through subtle nudges, gut feelings, and flashes of inspiration. It is that inner voice that whispers to us, guiding us towards what is truly best for us. But in today's fast-paced and noisy world, it can be easy to ignore or dismiss our intuitive insights. We get caught up in the chaos of our minds, the opinions of others, and the expectations of society. But when we take the time to quiet our minds, to tune into our inner knowing, we can access a deep well of wisdom that can help us navigate even the most complex of decisions. Our intuition is a gift that has been with us since the beginning of time, a remnant of our ancient ancestors who relied on their intuition to survive and thrive. By honoring and listening to this innate wisdom, we can tap into a wellspring of guidance that can lead us towards our highest good. One of the key ways to honor our intuition is through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully present in the moment, of quieting the chatter of the mind and tuning into the wisdom of the heart. When we practice mindfulness, we create space to listen to our intuition, to feel its gentle whispers and nudges. We become attuned to the signs and synchronicities that the universe sends our way, guiding us towards the path of least resistance. Another way to honor our intuition is through the practice of meditation. Meditation is a powerful tool for quieting the mind and connecting with our inner wisdom. By setting aside time each day to meditate, we can create a sacred space for our intuition to speak to us. Through the practice of meditation, we can cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and clarity, allowing us to make decisions from a place of calm and centeredness. Beyond mindfulness and meditation, there are many other practices that can help us honor and strengthen our intuition. Journaling, for example, is a powerful tool for connecting with our inner selves. By writing down our thoughts, feelings, and insights, we can tap into the deeper layers of our consciousness and access the wisdom that resides within us. Dream work is another powerful practice for connecting with our intuition, as our dreams are often a reflection of our innermost desires and fears. Ultimately, honoring our intuition is about trusting ourselves and our inner guidance. It is about having faith in the wisdom that resides within us, even when the outside world may be sending us conflicting messages. When we learn to trust our intuition, we can make decisions that are in alignment with our true selves, decisions that lead us towards greater fulfillment and joy. So as you navigate the many decisions that life presents, remember to honor your intuition. Take the time to listen to the whispers of your heart, to trust the guidance that comes from within. By doing so, you can walk the path of authenticity and embrace the truth of who you are. Chapter 12. Navigating relationships with authenticity and staying true to ourselves. Relationships are one of the most important aspects of our lives. Whether it be with our family, friends, romantic partners, or colleagues, relationships play a crucial role in shaping who we are and how we navigate the world. In order to truly live authentically and embrace our truth, it is essential that we approach all relationships with honesty, integrity, and self-awareness. One of the biggest challenges we face in relationships is the pressure to conform to the expectations and desires of others. We often find ourselves compromising our values, beliefs, and boundaries in order to please those around us. However, this can lead to feelings of resentment, frustration, and disconnection from our true selves. In order to live authentically, we must learn to set healthy boundaries, communicate our needs and desires openly, and assert our values without fear of judgment or rejection. The key to successful relationships lies in our ability to be true to ourselves while also respecting and honoring the individuality of others. This requires a deep sense of self-awareness, empathy, and compassion for both ourselves and those we care about. By approaching relationships with authenticity and integrity, we are able to build strong, meaningful connections that are based on mutual trust, respect, and understanding. It is important to remember that we are not responsible for the feelings, actions, or choices of others. We can only control our own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. By staying true to ourselves and living in alignment with our values and beliefs, we can navigate relationships with confidence and grace. In order to navigate relationships with authenticity, it is essential that we practice self-love and self-compassion. This means nurturing and caring for ourselves on a deep level and recognizing our worth and value as individuals. When we love and honor ourselves, we are better able to show up as our authentic selves in all of our relationships. Authenticity in relationships also requires us to be vulnerable and open with those we care about. It can be scary to show our true selves to others, especially if we fear rejection or judgment. However, vulnerability is essential for building deep, meaningful connections that are based on trust, honesty, and intimacy. When we allow ourselves to be seen and heard for who we truly are, we create space for authentic connection and growth. Another important aspect of navigating relationships with authenticity is practicing forgiveness and letting go of resentment. We all make mistakes and fall short at times, and it is important to acknowledge our own imperfections and shortcomings. By practicing forgiveness for ourselves and others, we release the burden of resentment and create space for healing and growth in our relationships. In order to stay true to ourselves in relationships, it is essential that we honor our values and boundaries. This means setting clear expectations for how we expect to be treated and communicating our needs and desires openly and honestly. When we assert our boundaries with confidence and assertiveness, we create a safe and healthy environment for authentic connection and communication to flourish. It is also important to practice active listening and empathy in relationships. By truly listening to others with an open heart and mind, we show respect and compassion for their experiences and perspectives. Empathy allows us to connect with others on a deep level and foster understanding and mutual respect in our relationships. In conclusion, navigating relationships with authenticity and staying true to ourselves requires courage, self-awareness, and a deep sense of compassion and empathy. By honoring our values, setting healthy boundaries, practicing forgiveness, and communicating openly and honestly, we can build strong, meaningful connections that are based on trust, respect, and authenticity. When we show up as our true selves in our relationships, we invite others to do the same, creating a sacred space of love, acceptance, and growth for all involved. As we continue our journey of living our truth and embracing authenticity, we come to a crucial aspect of self-care and self-love, setting boundaries and saying no. This chapter will explore why setting boundaries is essential for honoring our needs and values and how we can do so effectively while still coming from a place of love and compassion. Setting boundaries is not about building walls or shutting others out, but rather about creating a sacred space for ourselves where we can prioritize our well-being and inner peace. It is about recognizing our own limits and communicating them with clarity and confidence. When we set boundaries, we are sending a powerful message to ourselves and to others that our needs and values are important and deserving of respect. Saying no can be difficult for many of us, especially if we have been conditioned to put others' needs before our own. We may fear disappointing or upsetting others or worry about being perceived as selfish or uncaring. However, saying no is a vital part of self-care and honoring our authentic selves. It is about recognizing when something does not align with our values or serves our highest good and having the courage to speak our truth. When we set boundaries and say no from a place of love and authenticity, we are not only honoring ourselves but also creating healthier and more fulfilling relationships with others. By respecting our own needs and values, we are teaching others how to treat us with the same level of respect and consideration. Setting boundaries is an act of self-love that empowers us to live authentically and in alignment with our truth. One powerful way to set boundaries and say no is to connect with our inner wisdom and intuition. When we tune into our inner guidance, we are able to discern what truly resonates with us and what does not. By listening to our intuition, we can make decisions that honor our authentic selves and align with our values. Trusting our intuition allows us to navigate challenging situations with clarity and confidence, knowing that we are acting in accordance with our truth. Another important aspect of setting boundaries is learning to communicate them effectively and assertively. This means expressing our needs and boundaries with honesty and clarity while also being mindful of others' feelings and perspectives. It is crucial to use I statements and speak from a place of personal responsibility rather than blaming or accusing others. By communicating our boundaries assertively and respectfully, we create a space for open and honest dialogue that fosters mutual understanding and respect. In order to set boundaries and say no with confidence and grace, it is essential to practice self-care and self-compassion. Taking care of our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being allows us to nurture ourselves and replenish our energy reserves. When we are grounded and centered in our own self-love, we are better equipped to set boundaries from a place of strength and empowerment. Setting boundaries and saying no is a continual practice that requires mindfulness and self-awareness. It is an ongoing process of tuning into our inner guidance, communicating our needs with honesty and clarity, and prioritizing our well-being and authenticity. By honoring our own boundaries, we create a space for growth, transformation, and alignment with our highest truth. As we journey towards living our truth and embracing authenticity, may we cultivate the courage and wisdom to set boundaries that honor our needs and values. May we speak our truth with love and compassion, knowing that by honoring ourselves, we cultivate deeper connections and greater harmony in our relationships. May we trust in our inner guidance and intuition and allow our authenticity to shine brightly in the world. In this chapter, we explore the concept of embracing imperfection and flaws as part of our authentic self. It is human nature to strive for perfection, to want to present ourselves in the best possible light to the world. We often feel pressure to meet certain standards set by society, whether it be in our appearance, our careers, our relationships, or any other aspect of our lives. However, the truth is that no one is perfect. We all have flaws, insecurities, and imperfections that make us uniquely human. It can be incredibly liberating to accept and embrace our imperfections, to acknowledge that they are a natural and essential part of who we are. When we let go of the need to be flawless, we create space for self-compassion and self-acceptance. We can start to see our flaws not as weaknesses, but as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. One powerful way to embrace our imperfections is to practice self-love and self-care. This involves treating ourselves with kindness and compassion and taking care of our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. By prioritizing self-care, we can nourish our minds, bodies, and souls and create a foundation of self-love that allows us to embrace our flaws with grace and acceptance. Another key aspect of embracing imperfection is cultivating a mindset of gratitude. When we focus on what we have rather than on what we lack, we shift our perspective and find beauty in our imperfections. Gratitude allows us to see the value in our flaws, to appreciate the lessons they teach us, and to recognize the unique gifts they bring to our lives. It is also important to remember that authenticity is not about being perfect. It is about being true to ourselves. When we embrace our imperfections and flaws, we are honoring our authenticity and showing the world the real, raw, and imperfectly perfect versions of ourselves. This vulnerability can be intimidating, but it is also incredibly empowering. When we have the courage to be authentic, we inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of self-acceptance and self-love. Ancient wisdom teaches us that imperfection is a natural part of the human experience. The practice of mindfulness can help us embrace our flaws with compassion and non-judgment. By staying present in the moment and observing our thoughts and emotions without attachment, we can cultivate a sense of peace and acceptance towards ourselves. In addition to mindfulness, ancient wisdom also offers us the practice of self-forgiveness. It is essential to let go of the shame, guilt, and self-criticism that often accompany our imperfections. Instead, we can choose to forgive ourselves for our mistakes, learn from them, and move forward with grace and compassion. Ultimately, embracing imperfection is a journey of self-discovery and self-acceptance. It requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to let go of the need to be perfect. When we embrace our flaws as part of our authentic self, we allow ourselves to shine brightly in the world with all of our beautiful imperfections on display. This is the true essence of living your truth. As we journey through life, it is essential that we take the time to reflect on our values and passions. These two elements are the key to finding meaning and purpose in our lives. When we align ourselves with our true values and follow our passions, we create a sense of fulfillment and contentment that is unparalleled. Our values are the guiding principles that shape our decisions and actions. They are the foundation upon which we build our lives. When we live in alignment with our values, we are true to ourselves and our beliefs. This authenticity allows us to live with integrity and harmony. We are able to face challenges and difficulties with resilience and grace, knowing that we are staying true to who we are. Many of us may not be fully aware of our true values. Society, culture, and upbringing can all influence our beliefs and behaviors. It is important to take the time to reflect on what truly matters to us. What do we hold dear? What do we stand for? What are the principles that we are not willing to compromise on? These questions can help us uncover our core values and live in alignment with them. Our passions are another essential aspect of finding meaning and purpose in life. Our passions are the things that truly light us up and bring us joy. When we follow our passions, we are able to tap into our creativity, energy, and enthusiasm. We are able to express ourselves fully and authentically. Our passions give us a sense of purpose and fulfillment that goes beyond material success. It is important to identify our passions and find ways to incorporate them into our daily lives. Whether it is through a hobby, creative pursuit, or career, we can find ways to nurture and cultivate our passions. By making space for our passions, we are able to connect with our true selves and live a more meaningful life. Living in alignment with our values and passions requires courage and commitment. It may mean making difficult choices and stepping out of our comfort zones. It may mean facing criticism or judgment from others. But when we stay true to ourselves and follow our heart, we are able to live a life that is rich and fulfilling. Ancient wisdom teaches us that when we align with our true values and passions, we are able to experience a deep sense of contentment and peace. We are able to connect with our higher selves and tap into the universal principles that govern our existence. We are able to live in alignment with the divine purpose that guides us on our journey. As we continue to explore our values and passions, let us remember that the path to living our truth is a journey, not a destination. It is a process of self-discovery and growth that requires patience and dedication. By staying true to ourselves and following our passions, we can create a life that is authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling. May we all have the courage to live our truth, embrace our authenticity, and find meaning and purpose in our lives. May we all align with our true values and passions and create a life that is a true reflection of who we are. And may we have the strength to stay true to ourselves no matter what challenges may come our way. In the words of the ancient sages, know thyself and you shall know the universe. Let us embark on this journey of self-discovery and self-realization and create a life that is in harmony with our true selves. Let us live our truth and embrace authenticity through ancient wisdom. Chapter 16. Gratitude is a powerful practice that can transform our lives in ways we never imagined. When we cultivate a spirit of gratitude, we open ourselves up to receive blessings beyond measure. It allows us to see the beauty and abundance that surrounds us, even in the most challenging moments. Living in the present moment is another key aspect of embracing authenticity. When we are fully present, we are able to connect with our true selves and experience life in its purest form. It is in the present moment that we can truly be ourselves, free from the constraints of the past or worries about the future. Practicing gratitude and living in the present moment go hand in hand. When we are grateful for the blessings in our lives, we naturally become more present. And when we are fully present, we are able to appreciate the abundance that surrounds us. One way to cultivate gratitude is to keep a gratitude journal. Take a few moments each day to write down 3 things you are grateful for. It could be something as simple as the sunshine on your face or a kind word from a friend. By focusing on the positive aspects of your life, you will begin to see more and more things to be grateful for. Another powerful way to practice gratitude is to express your thanks to others. Take the time to say thank you to the people in your life who have made a difference. Whether it's a loved one, a coworker, or even a stranger who has shown you kindness, expressing gratitude can have a profound impact on both you and the recipient. Living in the present moment requires mindfulness and awareness. It means letting go of the past and not worrying about the future. Instead, focus on what is happening right now. Take the time to fully experience each moment, whether it's enjoying a meal, taking a walk in nature, or spending time with loved ones. One way to enhance your presence is to practice mindfulness meditation. Sit quietly and focus on your breath, allowing your mind to come to rest in the present moment. Notice any thoughts or distractions that arise, but gently bring your attention back to your breath. With regular practice, you will find that you are more able to stay present throughout your day. Gratitude and living in the present moment are not just practices, but ways of being. By incorporating these principles into your daily life, you can enhance your authenticity and experience a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. Embrace gratitude, live in the moment, and watch as your life transforms in beautiful and unexpected ways. Chapter 17. Forgiving ourselves and others as a path to healing and living authentically. Forgiveness is a powerful tool on the path to living authentically. It is a way of releasing the pain and hurt that we hold onto within ourselves, and it allows us to move forward with peace and clarity. When we forgive ourselves and others, we open ourselves up to a new way of being, one that is rooted in love and compassion. Forgiveness is not always easy. It can be a difficult and painful process, but it is essential for our own healing and growth. When we hold on to anger, resentment, and grudges, we are only hurting ourselves. These negative emotions weigh heavy on our hearts and minds, and they prevent us from living fully and authentically. In order to truly forgive, we must first acknowledge the hurt and pain that we have experienced. We must allow ourselves to feel the emotions that come up, whether it be sadness, anger, or betrayal. It is important to give ourselves permission to grieve and to process these emotions in a healthy way. Once we have acknowledged our pain, we can begin the process of forgiveness. This involves letting go of the past and releasing ourselves from the burden of holding onto old wounds. Forgiveness is a conscious choice that we make to free ourselves from the chains of resentment and anger. Forgiving ourselves can be particularly challenging. We are often our own worst critics, and we hold onto guilt and shame for past mistakes or wrongdoings. However, it is important to remember that we are all human and we are bound to make mistakes. Forgiving ourselves means accepting our imperfections and recognizing that we are worthy of love and compassion. One way to begin the process of self-forgiveness is through self-compassion. This involves treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, just as we would a dear friend. By practicing self-compassion, we can begin to heal the wounds that we carry within ourselves and cultivate a sense of self-acceptance. In addition to forgiving ourselves, it is important to also forgive others. Holding on to grudges and resentment towards others only serves to harm ourselves. When we forgive others, we release the negative energy that binds us to the past and create space for healing and growth. Forgiving others does not mean condoning their actions or forgetting the hurt that they may have caused. It is simply a way of letting go of the pain and anger that we hold onto within ourselves. Forgiveness is a gift that we give to ourselves, a way of freeing ourselves from the burden of negative emotions. One powerful practice that can help us on the path to forgiveness is loving-kindness meditation. This practice involves sending love and compassion to ourselves and others, including those who have hurt us. By cultivating feelings of love and compassion, we can begin to release the grip of anger and resentment and open our hearts to forgiveness. Another important aspect of forgiveness is setting boundaries. Forgiving someone does not mean allowing them to continue to hurt us. It is important to establish healthy boundaries in our relationships and to protect ourselves from further harm. By setting boundaries, we can create a safe space for healing and growth to take place. Forgiveness is a lifelong journey, and it is not always easy. There may be times when we feel stuck or resistant to forgiving ourselves or others. It is important to be patient and gentle with ourselves during this process and to remember that healing takes time. As we practice forgiveness, we begin to release the weight of the past and step into a new way of being. We open ourselves up to a life filled with love, compassion, and authenticity. Forgiveness is a powerful tool that can lead us towards healing and transformation, allowing us to live our truth and embrace authenticity with an open heart. As we continue on our journey of self-discovery and embracing our authenticity, it is important to remember that our truth has the power to inspire others and create positive change in the world. Once we have fully embraced and honored our authentic selves, we are able to shine our light brightly for others to see and follow. Harnessing the power of authenticity is not just about living our truth for ourselves, but also for the benefit of those around us. When we are true to ourselves, we give others permission to do the same. We become beacons of light, guiding others on their own path towards authenticity and fulfillment. One of the key ways to inspire others is through our words and actions. When we lead by example and show up authentically in all that we do, others are drawn to us and inspired to do the same. Our authenticity can spark a ripple effect, creating a wave of positive change that spreads far and wide. It is important to remember that authenticity is not about seeking validation or approval from others. It is about honoring our own inner wisdom and truth, regardless of what others may think or say. When we live our truth unapologetically, we give others the courage to do the same. In order to harness the power of authenticity to inspire others, we must first cultivate self-awareness and self-acceptance. This involves taking the time to reflect on our beliefs, values, and desires and aligning our actions with our truest selves. By doing the inner work and embracing all aspects of ourselves, we are able to show up authentically in the world and inspire others to do the same. Another important aspect of inspiring others through authenticity is practicing compassion and empathy. When we approach others with kindness and understanding, we create a safe space for them to be vulnerable and authentic. By listening with an open heart and offering support without judgment, we encourage others to embrace their own truth and live authentically. Ultimately, inspiring others through authenticity is about creating connections and building community. When we show up as our true selves and invite others to do the same, we foster a sense of belonging and unity. By coming together in authenticity, we are able to create positive change in the world and make a meaningful impact on those around us. In conclusion, harnessing the power of authenticity to inspire others is a powerful and transformative practice. When we live our truth unapologetically and lead by example, we have the ability to create a ripple effect of positive change that touches the lives of many. By cultivating self-awareness, practicing compassion, and building community, we can inspire others to embrace their authenticity and make a difference in the world. Remember, your truth has the power to inspire and uplift others, so shine brightly and lead the way towards a more authentic and fulfilling life for all. As we journey through life, we will inevitably encounter challenges and setbacks along the way. These obstacles may come in the form of difficult relationships, financial struggles, health issues, or career setbacks. When faced with such challenges, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed, defeated, or victimized. However, it is important to remember that every challenge is an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. In the ancient wisdom teachings, challenges are often seen as opportunities for spiritual growth and transformation. Just as a seed must face the darkness and struggle to break through the soil in order to grow into a beautiful flower, so too must we face our challenges in order to grow into our true selves. When we embrace our challenges as opportunities for growth, we are able to tap into our inner strength, resilience, and wisdom. We are able to transcend our limitations and fears and uncover hidden aspects of ourselves that we never knew existed. One of the key principles in embracing challenges is to surrender to the present moment. Instead of resisting or fighting against our challenges, we can choose to accept them with an open heart and mind. By surrendering to the present moment, we are able to let go of the need for control and certainty and instead embrace the uncertainty and unpredictability of life. Surrendering to the present moment also allows us to cultivate a sense of trust in the unfolding of our lives. We trust that our challenges are not random occurrences, but rather opportunities for growth that have been placed in our path for a reason. We trust that we have the inner resources and guidance necessary to navigate through our challenges with grace and courage. Another important aspect of embracing challenges is to practice self-compassion. When faced with a difficult situation, it can be easy to be hard on ourselves, to judge ourselves harshly, or to blame ourselves for our perceived failures. However, self-compassion invites us to treat ourselves with kindness, understanding, and love, just as we would a dear friend who is going through a tough time. By practicing self-compassion, we are able to cultivate a sense of inner peace and acceptance even in the midst of our challenges. We are able to acknowledge our struggles without identifying with them and recognize that we are not defined by our external circumstances, but rather by the essence of our being. In addition to surrendering to the present moment and practicing self-compassion, another key aspect of embracing challenges is to cultivate a sense of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to adapt to change, and to grow stronger in the face of challenges. One way to cultivate resilience is to develop a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and talents are not fixed, but rather can be developed and improved through effort, practice, and perseverance. When we approach our challenges with a growth mindset, we are able to view them as opportunities for learning, growth, and self-improvement. Another way to cultivate resilience is to build a strong support network of friends, family, mentors, and spiritual guides who can provide us with encouragement, guidance, and inspiration during difficult times. By surrounding ourselves with positive and uplifting influences, we are able to draw strength and resilience from the loving support of others. Ultimately, when we embrace our challenges as opportunities for growth and self-discovery, we are able to transform them from obstacles into stepping stones on the path to our authentic selves. We are able to uncover our inner strength, resilience, and wisdom and emerge from our challenges stronger, wiser, and more aligned with our true purpose and calling. So the next time you are faced with a challenge, remember to surrender to the present moment, practice self-compassion, cultivate resilience, and embrace the opportunity for growth and self-discovery that lies before you. Trust that you have everything you need within you to overcome your challenges and emerge victorious on the other side. Embrace your challenges with an open heart and mind and watch as they transform into opportunities for growth, transformation, and awakening. As we continue our journey of living authentically, it is important to take a moment to pause and reflect on the milestones and successes we have achieved along the way. Celebrating these achievements is not only a way to acknowledge our progress, but also a way to reaffirm our commitment to living our truth. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it can be easy to overlook the small victories that we achieve on a daily basis. From practicing mindfulness and self-care to setting boundaries and honoring our values, each step we take toward living authentically is a step worth celebrating. When we take the time to acknowledge and celebrate our successes, we are sending a powerful message to ourselves and the universe that we are committed to living our truth. This act of celebration not only boosts our confidence and self-esteem, but also strengthens our connection to our authentic selves. One powerful way to celebrate our successes and milestones is through the practice of gratitude. By expressing gratitude for the blessings and achievements in our lives, we are able to cultivate a sense of abundance and joy that will guide us on our journey of authenticity. Another way to celebrate our successes is by sharing them with loved ones and our community. By celebrating our victories with others, we not only receive support and encouragement, but we also inspire those around us to embrace their own authenticity and live their truth. It is also important to celebrate our successes in a way that is meaningful to us personally. Whether that means treating ourselves to a spa day, taking a weekend getaway, or simply spending time in nature, it is essential to find ways to honor our achievements that resonate with our individual values and desires. As we celebrate our successes and milestones, it is important to remember that the journey of living authentically is not always easy. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way, but it is important to stay focused on the progress we have made and the growth we have experienced. By celebrating our successes and milestones, we are able to cultivate a sense of gratitude, abundance, and joy that will guide us on our journey of authenticity. Let us take a moment to pause, reflect, and celebrate all that we have achieved so far, knowing that our commitment to living our truth will continue to lead us toward a life of fulfillment, purpose, and joy. As we journey through life, we are constantly presented with opportunities to grow and transform. It is in these moments of reflection and self-awareness that we are able to truly embrace who we are and live our truth. In Chapter 21, we will explore the power of authenticity and how it can lead to profound shifts in our lives. Living our truth is not always easy. It requires us to be vulnerable and open ourselves up to the possibility of change. But when we choose to do so, we unlock a sense of freedom and empowerment that can only come from living authentically. This journey of self-discovery is a sacred one, filled with moments of clarity and revelation that can transform how we see ourselves and the world around us. When we embrace authenticity, we are able to let go of the masks we wear to fit in with others or protect ourselves from harm. We no longer feel the need to hide our true selves behind a facade of perfection or conformity. Instead, we step boldly into the light of our own truth, unafraid of what others may think or say. This is where true freedom lies, in being who we are, without apology or reservation. Reflecting on our transformation and growth, we see how far we have come from the person we used to be. We marvel at the strength and resilience that have carried us through the darkest times and the most challenging moments. We recognize the wisdom and insight we have gained along the way, and we give thanks for the lessons that have shaped us into the beings we are today. It is through this process of self-reflection that we are able to see how far we have come and how much further we have yet to go. We are able to acknowledge the mistakes we have made and the pain we have caused, and we learn to forgive ourselves for our shortcomings. We release the shame and guilt that have held us back, and we step into the fullness of who we are meant to be. As we continue on our journey of self-discovery, we are guided by the ancient wisdom that has been passed down through generations. We connect with the teachings of sages and mystics who have walked this path before us, and we draw strength from their words of encouragement and guidance. We learn from their experiences and their insights, and we apply their wisdom to our own lives. In doing so, we honor the legacy of those who have come before us and pave the way for those who will come after us. Living our truth is a lifelong process, one that requires courage, persistence, and faith. It is not always easy, but it is always worth it. When we choose to embrace authenticity, we open ourselves up to the possibility of transformation and growth beyond our wildest dreams. We discover a sense of purpose and meaning that transcends our daily struggles and challenges. We find peace and contentment in knowing that we are living in alignment with our true selves. As we reflect on the transformation and growth that comes from living our truth, we are reminded of the power of authenticity to heal and transform us. We see how our willingness to be vulnerable and open has led us to a place of greater self-awareness and acceptance. We recognize the beauty and strength that lie within us, waiting to be unleashed. And we embrace the fullness of who we are, knowing that our truth is our greatest gift to the world. In Chapter 22 of Living Your Truth, Embracing Authenticity Through Ancient Wisdom, we delve into the concept of embodying authenticity as a way of being in the world. As we have explored throughout this book, authenticity is about living in alignment with your true self and expressing yourself genuinely and honestly. It is about embracing who you are at your core and allowing that essence to shine through in everything you do. Embodying authenticity is more than just acting a certain way or saying the right things. It is about truly inhabiting your truth and living it out in every moment. When you embody authenticity, you are not only true to yourself, but you also inspire others to do the same. Your authenticity becomes a beacon of light that illuminates the path for others to follow in their own journey towards self-discovery and self-expression. So how can we embody authenticity as a way of being in the world? It starts with a deep sense of self-awareness and self-acceptance. You must be willing to look within and confront the parts of yourself that you may have been hiding or denying. This can be a challenging and sometimes painful process, but it is necessary if you want to truly embody authenticity. Once you have a clear understanding of who you are and what you stand for, it is important to live in alignment with your values and beliefs. This means making choices that honor your truth even when it may be difficult or unpopular. It means speaking your truth with kindness and compassion even when it may be uncomfortable. It means showing up as your authentic self even when the world around you may be telling you to be someone else. Embodying authenticity also requires a willingness to be vulnerable and open. It means letting down your guard and allowing others to see the real you, flaws and all. It means being honest about your struggles and challenges as well as your triumphs and successes. It means being willing to connect with others on a deeper level and share your authentic self with the world. As you begin to embody authenticity as a way of being in the world, you will start to notice a shift in how you relate to yourself and others. You will feel more grounded, more centered, and more at peace with who you are. You will notice that your relationships deepen and become more fulfilling as you are able to connect with others from a place of truth and authenticity. Embodying authenticity is a lifelong journey and it requires practice and dedication. It is not always easy, but the rewards are immense. When you live authentically, you live with a sense of purpose and meaning that can only come from being true to yourself. You radiate a sense of peace and confidence that is contagious to those around you. You inspire others to embrace their own authenticity and live from a place of truth. So as you move forward on your journey towards authenticity, remember to embody your truth in everything you do. Be true to yourself, honor your values, and show up as your authentic self in every moment. Embrace vulnerability, openness, and connection as you navigate the world with authenticity and grace. And remember, the world needs your unique gifts and talents, so shine brightly and live your truth with courage and conviction. As we come to the conclusion of this audiobook on living your truth and embracing authenticity through ancient wisdom, let us take a moment to reflect on the key concepts and takeaways that we have explored together. Throughout this journey, we have delved deep into the teachings of various ancient wisdom traditions, drawing inspiration from practices and philosophies that have stood the test of time. From the wisdom of the Tao Te Ching to the mindfulness practices of Buddhism, we have uncovered valuable insights that can guide us on our path towards authenticity. One of the key themes that has emerged from our exploration is the importance of self-awareness. By cultivating a deep understanding of ourselves, our values, beliefs, and desires, we can begin to align our actions with our true essence. Through practices such as meditation, journaling, and self-reflection, we can peel back the layers of conditioning and societal expectations to reveal the core of our being. Another important concept that we have explored is the idea of letting go of attachment. By releasing our attachment to outcomes, identities, and material possessions, we can free ourselves from the constraints that prevent us from living authentically. As we loosen our grip on the external world, we can turn inward and connect with our inner wisdom, allowing it to guide us in every aspect of our lives. We have also discussed the importance of embracing vulnerability and imperfection. In a world that often values perfection and strength, it can be challenging to show our true selves, flaws and all. However, it is through embracing our vulnerabilities that we can truly connect with others and cultivate authentic relationships. By letting down our guard and allowing ourselves to be seen, we open the door to deeper connections and a more fulfilling life. Finally, we have explored the idea of living in alignment with our values and purpose. By clarifying what is truly important to us and setting intentions that reflect our deepest desires, we can live with integrity and authenticity. When we align our actions with our values, we create a sense of harmony and peace within ourselves, allowing us to live fully and authentically. As we bring this audiobook to a close, I invite you to continue on your journey towards authenticity with an open heart and a curious mind. Embrace the wisdom of the ancients, listen to the whispers of your soul, and trust in the guidance of your inner compass. Remember that living your truth is a lifelong practice, and each moment offers an opportunity to deepen your connection to yourself and the world around you. May you walk your path with courage, clarity, and compassion. May you shine brightly as your true, authentic self. And may you find peace, fulfillment, and joy in every step of your journey. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of authenticity through ancient wisdom. Until we meet again, may you be blessed with love, light, and infinite possibilities.